Hi everyone watching this in the future. Doing my normal thing, just waiting for people to log on to the live stream. I'm wearing a onesie again because it's cold here. Yeah, really hoping people join in today. I forgot to make a Facebook and Instagram post again today. I'm sorry about that. Just for the reminder. Yeah, I was planning on it, and then I almost forgot that I had my first therapy appointment in forever today, so I really couldn't miss that. So that was more important, but yeah, thank you for joining me anyways. Yeah, welcome. My name is Bobbie. Hi. Welcome to my channel. Today is Thursday, so we'll be doing some Yin Yoga. We're going to set new moon intention if you'd like. I like to set an intention for each moon cycle at the new moon. They're kind of like goals, yeah, and what you want to accomplish in that moon cycle. So as far as props go today, I would grab 2 blocks, a bolster, and a blanket. If you don't have yoga props, you could use 2 books that are about the size of a yoga block. You could grab a couple pillows and a couple blankets. And then also grab a piece of paper and a pen, or a notebook and a pen or pencil. Something to write with. Thank you. We won't be getting into any versions today. It's a Yin Yoga class, but I'll add some in for Saturday. Yeah, let's get started. We're going to get started in a comfortable seat, comfortable cross-legged seat. Sitting up nice and tall. Feel free to sit up on a block, a pillow, a bolster, a blanket, anything that you have. Bring the hands to the thighs. Palms can either face upward to invite in more energy, or if you'd like to feel more grounded, bring the palms to face downward on the legs. Then once you arrive in your seat, close the eyes, relax the face, and begin to slow the breath down. Looking inward. And we'll get ourselves nice and grounded through a meditation so that we can come up with our new moon intentions. The new moon or this new moon cycle is called the snow moon. So maybe think of a warming intention. Maybe begin to imagine yourself in a forest with snow-covered trees, snow everywhere, yet you still feel warm. Taking deep, even breaths. And as you deepen your breath, really embrace the stillness and the quiet beauty of your surroundings in your snowy forest. Begin to recognize the serenity that this moment brings. And take a few deep breaths in stillness and quiet. And then once you feel really grounded, peaceful, warm, maybe begin to think about what you want to set for your intention, or what goal you want to make for this new moon cycle. So maybe think about a change you want that you're ready to invest in. What is something that you can do this moon cycle that will make you feel like you're not just surviving, but thriving? Which is something that can be kind of hard to do during the cold winter months, but it is important. So maybe you think about taking up a new hobby, taking the next steps in your career, maybe devoting specific times a day for workouts or yoga, really dedicating a certain time each day for workouts and yoga. One of my goals this month has been to journal, which I haven't been very good about. I've also been trying to pull a tarot card each day. Something that'll really keep you motivated and warm this season. And then, once you know what you're ready to focus on, begin to format your intention into a sentence or two, and then write it down. Or say it out loud, or if you don't feel like writing it down, if you don't have a pen and paper nearby, say it out loud or say it in your head. Maybe repeat it a couple times. I already wrote mine down earlier. I guess I can read it out loud so you kind of have an example of an intention. Mine is, I will focus on my health, both mental and physical. Like I said, I had my first therapy appointment today since high school, and I'm going to keep going every week. And then also I'm trying to make like regular doctor's appointments because I finally have health insurance again for the first time in a long time. So I want to focus on my health this month, this moon cycle. And feel free, if you'd like, to share your intention either in the comments or on the little live stream thingy, or only if you'd like to. You don't have to, but yeah, I'm interested in what everyone's intentions are. Okay, once you've written down your intention, we'll take a few more deep breaths, sitting in stillness and quiet. And then when you're ready, begin to blink the eyes open and set your intention off to the side. And then we're going to switch to cross our legs. So whichever leg was in front or on top, just switch. Probably the more awkward side. It'll probably feel pretty awkward. But so I always like to keep things even, gonna work on both sides. We're going to come into Kapalabhati, which is a pranayama or breath practice. It's a very warming breath, which I think is very fitting because it's really cold. At least it is here in Wisconsin. And I was outside on my bike all day and I need to warm up. Wearing a onesie definitely helps though. Okay, so Kapalabhati also, it translates into a skull shining breath, and it's really good for mental focus, warming you up. It actually helps strengthen the abdominal muscles too. It's a very fast-paced breath, and it's really similar to Breath of Fire, but slightly different. It looks pretty much the same. So I'll start by demonstrating. You can start by doing it with the mouth open to try it out first to kind of get the feel, and then the actual version is with the mouth closed. And then we'll do 12 rounds together, and then another 24 rounds, and then take a deep breath in between each round, and then 36. Also for Paul, I just thought of a gentle inversion that we can do at the end of class before Shavasana or during Shavasana. So yeah, we can do that towards the end of class. Anywho, so sitting up nice and tall, maybe even bring the hands to the belly because that'll help you really get the abdominal movements because you really want to use your belly to press the exhale out. So it's a really fast, forceful exhale and an automatic inhale. It'll just be automatic. You don't really want to focus on the inhale. You really want to focus on the exhales. So you'll start by taking a deep breath in, and I'm going to do it with the mouth open first and then with the mouth closed. So starting with the mouth open, take a deep breath in. And then you can do that with the mouth closed. And now we'll take 12 rounds together. Take one deep inhale and exhale, then 24, and then 36. Also, quick note, you should not practice Kapalabhati if you're menstruating or pregnant or if you have high blood pressure. And if you do start to feel dizzy at any moment, then stop taking Kapalabhati. Instead, take just deep, even breaths in and out through the nose. So, good, ready? We'll take a deep inhale, exhale, inhale to begin. Inhale, exhale, inhale to 24. Inhale, exhale, inhale to 36. Take a few deep, even breaths, feeling the effects of that pranayama practice. Maybe feeling a little warmer, a little more focused, and ready to keep practicing some yin. All right, from here, we're going to stay seated, but we're going to reach the right leg out to the right and the left foot in towards the inner right thigh. Sit up nice and tall. You can feel free, if you're already sitting up on a prop, feel free to do so, or place a prop underneath the sit-bones if you'd like. We're going to come into lateral dragonfly, so you'll start by sitting up nice and tall. Relax the right leg completely. You may even bring a bend to the knee or place a prop underneath the knee. Inhale. As you exhale, begin the side bend to the right over that right leg. Reach that left arm overhead. Just really spin the heart open though. Try not to collapse downward. Keep that heart lifting open and reach the left hand towards that right toe, or maybe you bring the left hand behind the head. You can keep the right arm out, down the right leg, or I like to bring mine towards my left hip. You can have the head facing down, just try not to collapse in the heart space. Keep the heart lifted, or you can have the head facing up. I'm going to have my head down today. Pull the muscle in my neck, and it feels better this way. So really send the breath into that left side body. Not forcing anything. Just allowing gravity to do the work for you as you find your edge. The balance between effort and ease. The point in the pose where you feel sensation, but it's not too overwhelming, or it should never be painful. And it's not too underwhelming so that you don't feel anything. Use your breath to help you release tension. In turn, maybe allowing you to sink further into the pose. On your next inhale, slowly lift yourself back up through center, and then we'll switch sides. Bend the right leg, reach the left leg out long to the left. Right foot comes towards the inside of the left thigh. Sit up nice and tall to start. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bring that left arm down the left leg. Right arm reaches up overhead. Maybe bring that right hand to the back of the head. Maybe the left hand comes to the right outer hip. You can always place a prop underneath the head so it's not just hanging there, but you don't have to. Keep the heart spinning open. Send the breath into the right side body. On your next inhale, lift yourself back up through center, or to center. Sitting up nice and tall, then reach both legs out in either direction, right leg out to the right, left leg out to the left. Take an inhale, sit up nice and tall. Relax the legs completely. You can always have a bend in the knees or place props underneath the knees like blocks, a rolled up blanket, or bolsters or pillows. Exhale, begin to fold forward. Feel free to let the spine round. Then reach the forehead down towards the earth. It probably won't come all the way down to the earth, so you can always place a prop underneath the forehead and or the torso as well. Bring the hands out in front of you. Try to bring the palms to face upward so you're not tempted to pull yourself forward. And instead, let gravity and use your breath to help you do the work for you. And once you arrive, reclose the eyes, relax the face, and find stillness. Maybe you come back to that visualization of a snowy forest. Quiet and serene. On your next inhale, slowly walk the hands back in towards the midline of the body. Bring the hands to the outer thighs, bring a bend to the knees if you don't have them bent already, and slowly walk the legs back toward one another. Staying in a seat, this time bringing both legs out in front of you. Feet are about hips width distance apart. Feel free, you can still be sitting up on a blanket, pillow, block, bolster, whatever you have, or sitting on the ground. Feel free to bring either a bend to the knees or maybe place a rolled up blanket, a pillow, some blocks or something underneath the knees as well. Relax the legs completely, but try to make sure the feet are still pointing upward. Mine kind of like to fall like out and it kind of hurts my heels. So try to keep them pointing upward. Take an inhale, sit up nice and tall. As you exhale, begin to fold forward over the legs. Bringing the hands once again, try not to pull on the feet or the legs. Try to bring the palms upward so you're not tempted to pull yourself forward. Maybe place some props underneath the torso or even underneath the head. And then reclose the eyes, relax the face. Send the breath into the back of the legs. Really feel the belly press into the legs as you inhale. And then as you exhale, feel the belly pull away from the legs. Maybe allowing you to fold a little bit further into the pose. I kind of pulled a muscle in the back of my right leg, so gotta take it easy in some of these forward folds. So just remember to always listen to your body. If anything's hurting, take a step back. On your next inhale, slowly begin to roll up through the spine. Setting any props off to the side, unless you still have something underneath the sit bones. We're going to stay seated for a little bit longer. Face this way. So we're going to bend the right leg back, bringing that right foot to the outside of the right hip and the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Bring the hands behind you, lift the hips up slightly, tuck the tailbone underneath, point it forward, and then lower the hips back down. You can stay sitting up tall if this is enough of a stretch, or if you'd like to take it a little bit further, maybe begin to lean back, maybe coming even onto the forearms, or placing some props behind you. I just happen to have a yoga ball back here, and it works out perfect. But yeah. And maybe you're someone that comes all the way down to the ground, but just remember we're going to be here for about 3 minutes on each side, so find your edge, that balance between effort and ease. Once you arrive, reclose the eyes, relax the face. If you notice this right knee attempting to pull upward, try not to lift it up off the ground. And maybe take yourself up a little bit further, your upper body up further. And sending the breath into the belly. Maybe finding yourself back in your snowy forest. On your next inhale, begin to blink the eyes open and slowly lift yourself back up if you leaned back. Carefully unbend the right leg and we'll switch sides. So swing that right leg around front and bring that left leg around the back, bringing that left foot to the outside of the left hip. You can even use your hand to kind of roll the calf muscle out of the way. You can stay sitting up tall like so, or maybe begin to lean back. Lift up the hips slightly, tuck the tailbone underneath you, and then lower them back down. Once you arrive, close the eyes, relax the face. Send the breath into any areas where you feel the most sensation or the most tension. It would be really nice in the front of that left thigh, in the front of that left hip. If you notice any pain in the knees, make sure to take a step back, walking yourself to step tall, or maybe even just taking a break from the pose. Maybe you notice that one side feels a little different or a little bit harder than the other side. That's totally fine. It's normal. This side is definitely harder for me, I think because of my knee injury from the summer. On your next inhale, blink the eyes open. Come to sit up nice and tall if you aren't already. Carefully swing that left leg around front. Reach the right leg out to meet it. Maybe shake the legs out just a little bit. And then make your way to hands and knees, tabletop position. Bring the hands right underneath the shoulders and the knees right underneath the hips. Just start to keep the hips above the knees, but begin to walk the hands out in front of you, either reaching the forehead down to the earth, maybe bringing a prop underneath the forehead. We're really pressing down into the heart, maybe bringing chin all the way and chest all the way down. But just remember, we're going to be holding this for about 5 minutes. So once again, find your edge. For a more intense shoulder stretch, you can have the arms closer together toward one another. For less of an intense shoulder and heart opener, you can bring the arms out a little wider. If you find yourself slipping, sometimes I like to grab on to the edges of my mat. It's all up to you. And if you haven't already, close the eyes, relax the face, and breathe. Use that breath to help you release tension in the shoulders and the heart. Try to relax the shoulders down away from the ears. Just a slight engagement of the lower abdomen to protect the low spine. Otherwise, try to relax in any other area in the body that you're not using. So we'll relax the face, relax the hands, relax the forearms. You can try to relax the shoulders as much as possible. On your next inhale, slowly begin to lift back up to your tabletop position. Hands right underneath the shoulders. Then inhale, take the left arm up towards the sky. As you exhale, begin to thread that left arm underneath the right, coming onto the left side of the face, the left shoulder. This right hand can stay right here in front of the face. You can reach it out in front of you, or maybe wrap it behind the low back. Spreading the heart open, breathing into the belly. Relax any unnecessary tension from the face, the jaw. Relax the belly. Relax the arms even. Using just enough strength to keep this shape. Carefully bring that right hand back in front of the face if it's not there already. Press into the right palm. Inhale the left arm up towards the sky. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale the right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, thread that right arm underneath the left, coming onto the right side of the face, the right shoulder. Left hand can stay right here in front of the face. Maybe you reach it out in front of you, or maybe you wrap it behind the low back. Maybe finding that right hip crease with the fingertips. Close the eyes, relax the face. Breathe into the belly. You move the left hand, carefully place it back in front of the face, press into the left palm, and inhale the right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, lower it back down. And then we'll come into a child's pose for a little bit, and hopefully Paul's still watching and we can play around with a little bit of inversion. So let's take our child's pose. Big toes touch. Knees can either be together or wide. Hips reach back towards the heels. Forehead reaches down towards the earth or a prop. You can keep the arms stretched out in front of you, or maybe you want to give the shoulders a little break and bring them back by the feet. Once again, close the eyes, relax the face. Breathe into the belly. Feeling the belly really press into the thighs as you inhale. And then pull away as you exhale. And then you inhale, blink the eyes open. Reach the arms back on front of you if you had them down by the feet. And carefully walk the hands in. And then we'll come into, I have a few different options for our inversion. If you'd like to take it pretty easy, so it's yin, we're going to come to the wall and come into legs up the wall. So you'll do that by bringing one hip right up against the wall, spin the legs up, and scoot yourself in as close to the wall as you can. And there's your legs up the wall, little gentle inversion. If you don't happen to have a wall nearby, you can take either a block or a couple pillows or a bolster. And bring the soles of the feet on the earth. Press into the feet to lift the hips up. Take your hips or your sacrum onto your block or whatever props you're using on any height that works for you, and then reach the legs upward. And the third option would be coming into a shoulder stand or maybe plow or snail pose. And I'll demonstrate those. You probably want to watch the screen first if you don't know how to get into them, because you shouldn't look from side to side when you're in those poses. So you can start this from your block or pillow. That can kind of help you give your hips a little push. Then bring the hands as far up to the shoulder blades as you can get them. Elbows, elbows squeeze in towards one another. Toes reach back down towards the earth, or maybe you have a prop to put them on. Maybe you reach one leg up, maybe the other leg. Maybe you come back down to your plow, and then then maybe you bend the knees around the ears, coming into what's called ear pressure pose, or in Yin Yoga, it's called snail pose. So come into whatever version of your inversion that you like. I thought of another way you can get into your shoulder stand using the wall. So you come in the legs up the wall first. And then you can kind of use the wall to help you kick up into your shoulder stand. Bring the hands to the upper back first. And then maybe come into plow or snail from there. We'll take a few more moments in our gentle inversions, whichever inversion you choose. And then we'll come into Shavasana. So try to breathe as deep as you can in your inversion. If you can, also close your eyes, relax the face. Remember, don't look from side to side in your shoulder stand if you're taking that, or your plow or snail. If you took your shoulder stand, carefully roll your back onto the ground. If you use the block, just be careful not to hurt yourself on your block or pillows. If you have the legs up the wall, you can keep the legs up the wall for your Shavasana, or come into a regular Shavasana, lying on your back with the legs stretched out long in front of you and the arms down by the sides with the palms facing upward. And if you tend to have low back pain, you can always bring a bend to the knees, bringing the soles of the feet on the earth, bring the feet wide, and then let the knees fall in toward one another. That's not on the wall, that's with the feet on the ground. Or you can bring a prop underneath the knees. Could be a rolled up blanket, a bolster, a pillow or two. Whatever feels best in your body, make your way to your Shavasana. Once you arrive, close the eyes, relax the face. Let's take 3 cleansing breaths together. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Last one. Exhale, sigh it out. Slowly let the breath return to its natural state, letting go of any breath control. Maybe coming back to that visualization of you in a snowy forest, quiet, serene, It's cold all around you, but you still feel warm. And maybe you come back to that intention that you set at the beginning of class. Visualizing it, maybe carved out in stone, maybe written in a tree in your forest. Shavasana. If you'd like to stay in your Shavasana longer, please do. But if you're ready to come out, start by deepening the breath. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Circle the ankles and wrists. Rock the head from side to side. And reach the arms up overhead, the legs out long in front of you, or if your legs are up against the wall, just really press the backs of the thighs and the backs of the legs into the wall. A little morning stretch. Then hug the knees into the chest and carefully roll onto the left side. Rest here for a moment. Then whenever you're ready, trying to keep the eyes closed or a soft gaze, make your way into a comfortable cross-legged seat at the top of your mat. Once you arrive in your seat, reclose the eyes. Did I say that already? All right, try to sit up nice and tall, taller than you have all day. No, I didn't say that already. But reclose the eyes if you open them. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, sit up nice and tall. On an inhale, reach the arms up overhead, palms touch at the top. Exhale through the mouth, hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Bow the chin towards the heart and take a moment to thank yourself for carving this time out of your day to set a new moon intention and to practice yoga. And I thank you for joining me. I hope you can take the benefits from tonight's practice with you into the rest of your night, the rest of your week, the rest of this moon cycle. And I'm going to end with a quote from Burton Hills. Happiness is not a destination. It is a method of life. Bring the thumb knuckles up to the third eye space. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. I hope you had a good class. And yeah, let me know what you think, if there's anything that I need to work on, improve or anything, or let me know if there's anything that you want to work on in any future classes, whether it's poses, parts of the body you want to stretch or strengthen, meditation stuff, anything, and I'd be happy to add them into my classes like I did today with some inversions. Yeah, thank you again, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Like my videos if you like them, and join me on Saturday for my energizing vinyasa at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Then next week, Tuesday, for yoga for cyclists at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And this class, Yin Yoga, on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you again. Please donate if you can. I have Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App. They're all listed on my social media accounts and my YouTube. And if you can't find them, just shoot me a message. Donations are greatly appreciated so I can keep teaching free yoga classes for everyone. All right. Thank you again. Have a really good night.